Rocktober is here. We have won 5 in a row, including a 4-game sweep of the LA Dodgers. Tie them in the NL West. We are 3 games behind the Diamondbacks. We just narrowly managed to beat them 6-5 here on the road. So we're at home, actually. Interesting. I don't know why I feel like we're on the road. No, yeah, of course we were at court. We had a Michael Toglia walk-off at the trade deadline. I think we did get better. We traded away German Marquez. We brought Chase Dolander back up, who dominated the Dodgers. Twice he's yet to allow a run off the Dodgers. Sending him down was the best thing we could have done for him. Because in his last 11 innings, 10 hits, 0 earned runs, 0 homers, obviously, 4 walks, 7 Ks, and he's got a big matchup today. He traded for Matt Vierling. He's been less than great since becoming a Rocky. That's unfortunate. Could potentially look to call up some prospects soon. Could be looking at Kalaz here in the near future. But he's kind of cooled off a little bit. What I will say, though, is if we want to be a playoff team, we've got to win these critical games against big-time opponents. We swept the Dodgers. That's amazing. Chase Dolander gets the ball. Huge moment. We have yet to make the playoffs here in 2027. Of course, we have to fix a double-A lineup. God, I hate this game. Second base, we've got a hole. Ion Jorge can step back, which means I'll have to fix that momentarily because he will get injured very, very soon. But Chase Dolander, you've got a chance to be a hero. Player lock with our future ace. He pitched really, really badly to start the year. Pitched a double-A or triple-A. It was pretty good there. Ended up getting the call back up. He has been lights out in 2 starts. He will make his 3rd against the best team currently in the NL West. The 72-57 Diamondbacks. We are right there. We need to win these games. Our bullpen has been mostly lights out. Could we win 6 in a row? Well, Chase Dolander is basically going to decide that for us. If he can shut down this Diamondbacks lineup, he has yet to allow a run since being called back up. So ignore all these numbers. He has yet to allow a run in his last 11 innings since being called up. This idiot Diamondback team still has Corbin Carroll hitting 6th. Let's go, Chase.
1-0.
If you forgot what he brings to the table, high 90s fastball. Power slider. He's got some good stuff. But as we found out with Max Meyer, you can look really good. You can locate really well. If you make mistakes against this Diamondbacks team, they will kill you. Tough play for Tovar working in, but makes the play. Murdoch runs fairly well. As we'll see Jake McCarthy. All-star year for him. I mean, a true breakout year at the plate for Jake McCarthy. He's been a great piece at the top of their lineup, scoring a ton of runs. He's got so much speed. He runs really well. And, of course, that kind of works to his benefit on defense. And if he just puts it in play, he's going to make it close. Chopper! Muncy throws out McCarthy, 2 away. Tough hitter. With 2 outs, obviously you don't want to extend the inning, but this is a guy you're not afraid to put on base because he can really hurt you. Chopper back at Dolander. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Chase as he gets a chase and has Vlad Jr. looking silly. Kept it in the infield as our Rockies will face Ryan Nelson, who's had a great year. ERA right at 3 and over 100 innings. Breakout rate's fairly low, below 19%. But he's been awesome as a pitch-to-contact guy. And he goes clean through the first inning as well.
Ball one.
This is why you don't want to walk Vlad Jr. in these spots, though. They have Ketel Marte right there. They have Corbin Carroll right after him, and Marte gets a piece of this. I don't think it's hit that well, and it's going to dip and drop right in front of Brenton Doyle. There is the first hit of the game, and it's a leadoff single for Marte. This is a really tough guy to double up. Oh, it's Adrian Del Castillo, actually, before Corbin Carroll. That's right. This is actually a guy we can double up. Try to jam him, maybe.
No, that's a ball.
We get that changeup down.
Ball two.
Not chasing.
No.
We are getting nothing off the plate. This one is absolutely crushed to left center. No one is even moving. No doubter for Del Castillo. Tried to sneak a fastball down after he didn't chase the changeup. He hit it close to 480. And there goes the scoreless streak for Dolander. There goes the home runless streak for Dolander. And there goes a tie game. Got a 3-1 fastball, I guess. That can be a problem. And this is going to be back-to-back extra bases. Carroll's going to have at least 2. Tough second inning for Chase. We got to find it.
Ball.
Because this one could get ugly early. Right now, it's only 2.
Ball.
But we're not really finding the zone.
2-1.
And that's a problem. Fly ball to deep left. Chasing the outfielders. Going to bounce over the wall. And we get a mound visit. 3-0 Diamondbacks. Another extra base hit against Dolander. This one smoked to left. Hit too hard to score a run with no Joe in left. I wish it would let me mound visit, but I'm not the manager right now. So I can't do it. 3-0 Snakes. Have yet to record an out here in the second inning. And whenever we put more heat on that fastball, it just gets hit harder. 4-0 Arizona. Not great. Although I don't mind seeing the top of the order back up. That's where we got our outs to start this thing. But it's not going to happen this time. Murdoch just kind of hooks one in front of the right fielder. And welcome back to the show, Chase Dolander. He's looking a lot like the guy we sent down. Big slider.
That's a check.
Gotta be
What do you
0-2.
got?
And gets a much-needed strikeout. McCarthy swings on top of the changeup. I mean, there's no scenario where this ends up being a good start. But if he can go 5 and limit this to 4 runs, we'll take it. Chase gets another chase. That slider has Vlad Jr. absolutely fooled. He just has swings like that where he gets a piece and stays alive. Super frustrating.
1-1.
Got the ground out. Chase finally out of it. We're going to need to hit. We do get 1 run back. It's an Ezekiel Tovar RBI single.
Ball 1.
The control just isn't there yet for Dolander. That's what I'm noticing. If we miss a little bit with the meter, he misses a
1 ball,
lot
1 strike.
with the location.
Ball.
Way out ahead of that changeup. How do you not go back to
2
it?
balls, 2 strikes.
Marte did Dolander several favors, that AB. That one was the biggest one. What are you swinging at? That wasn't even remotely close. as we'll face the guy who started it all.
Ball outside.
2-run home run for Del Castillo on the fastball down and away. I can tell you what we're not going to go back to. Although this fastball was up and in. Not really where you want it either. And it's a 2-home run game for Adrian Del Castillo, the Dolander destroyer. I will say his 2 home runs at almost 100 feet in between them, distance-wise. The solo shot, it's not the end of the world. We've already allowed 4. But 5 certainly isn't good. Through 2 1/3. Seems like some of these pitches, the meter just goes faster or slower. I don't know.
Ball.
We're having a tough time locating. I'll tell you that. Slider got him jammed. He runs so well, though, he nearly beats out the throw. I mean, we're going to obviously try to bounce back. It's just so tough at this point. Giving up 5 runs through 2 2/3. Fly ball deep to left. Think this one should stay in the yard, though. And the catch is made at the wall. It's a loud third out, but Nolan Jones tracks it down. And as you can see, we're in the hunt right now. We really can't afford to lose these games, especially against a really good team. Like, you're expected, I guess, to drop games to the division leader. It's baseball. You're not going to win every game. We beat them last game. We've got to be happy about that, but it'd be really nice to win every game. Need more outs like that. Now, I will say, the pitch count, as that fastball nearly hits Lawler, who was trying to reach via the bunt, the pitch count is fairly low considering how much damage has been done. A lot of the damage has been early in the count. So, I don't know what to even make of that. Throw more balls, and they just take it. Gets the pitch count up for no reason. Strike 3 on the curveball. Good location against Lawler. Need more of that. 3rd K for Dolander. 3rd time through the order now. This is generally where pitchers start to struggle a little bit in real life, as Murdoch rushed that heater foul out in front, which means
Ball outside.
he's going to get some change-ups here. We could have a clean inning here in the 4th.
No.
And that changeup does not catch the zone. Not sure how it didn't. Rockies faithful pretty upset about it. Ground ball. It is a 1-2-3 inning for Chase Dolander here in the 4th. We needed that. It's good for his confidence. If I were the manager, as you can see, our win streak has been pretty awesome. If I were the manager, I might even consider taking Dolander out, as Tovar again has come up big for us. 5-3 now. The Tovar double to right. Peterson and Tolia score. And suddenly, I'm starting to believe a little bit. Dolander approaching 60 pitches. He'll obviously hit that this inning. That's not really... There it is. That's not really that bad in the 5th.
Ball, no.
Especially when you consider that Dolander is getting squeezed. 2-1. I think he's expecting a heater. Free throw, a changeup. Didn't locate it as well as we wanted to, but it does end up being in a good location. Just was trying to throw it for a strike there. And that's the changeup is getting some wild swings off the plate. How do you not go back to it? McCarthy just bloops it into left center over Ezequiel Tovar. We got awful swings, and McCarthy just gets on anyway. And that will do it for him. Unlucky. And we end up getting murdered. 10-3. Well, if you're going to lose, lose big, I guess. Get it out of the way. Tolia 3 for 5 with a homer. Tovar 3 for 4. We hit in this game. We had 13 hits. Ended up scoring 6 runs, but those 5 runs early got us out of the game early. The sweep is over. Sweep potential. We're just going to simulate Luzardo against Corbin Burns and probably take the loss there. And then lose at best 2 out of 3 to the Angels. I don't understand this team. I don't. We are not consistent. I know it's just baseball, but damn. How do we sweep the Dodgers in a 4-game series and then we're about to get swept by the Angels potentially? As that fastball catches the top of the zone. Tolia 0 for 4 today, but it is extras. It is Michael Tolia in extras. I feel decent about it. Former Rocky in this series, Keegan Aiken warming up, along with Xavier Curry. The CPU just consistently dots. What do you do with that?
2-2.
I would consider a hit and run, honestly. We've got decent speed at first base, but the stealing's not good.
He's going.
Pitch is nowhere close. Tried to check. We were doing hit and run anyway, but not great. The Ryan Noda RBI single to win it for the Angels. We just got swept by the Angels. Sayo homered. Cordero takes the loss in the 12th with the ghost runner on second. And Rocktober is looking less and less like. And all of our pitchers are getting hurt. All of them. Okay, stop simulating, please. We're 73 and 66, 6.5 games back. Luzardo, of course, back in. How has Jorge Santana been at AAA? Got a 2.59 ERA, whip just over 1.1. Through a complete game shutout his last time out. I don't think I've ever seen that in Sim. Only struck out 2. He doesn't strike out anybody. But in 9 innings, 2 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. That is an interesting line, if nothing else. That is very interesting. But all right. Where's Pablo Herrera? Get him back starting. Montanez has been really good out of the bullpen. Darrell Williams back in there, though. Let's see the standings real quick. It's not looking good, but the wild card, we've got a chance. Right now, tied with the Cubs, 2 games back from the Giants, who have jumped us again in the NL West. That's who we're chasing down. We've got a couple to add here. September call-ups. We've got 2 spots. Who helps us right now? Charlie Condon. Ice cold per usual. Ice cold Condon. Getting a lot better, though, but he's just not performing. Horace Mora is red hot. Last 40 ABs as an OPS over 1,000. Don't know where he would play. That's going to be the interesting thing. Obviously, you'd probably want to add a pitcher. Matt Vierling is red hot. Muncy continues to struggle. We've got to take him out of the leadoff spot. That's for sure. Jock Peterson continues to struggle. And if these guys can't hit against righties, we've got absolutely no chance. No chance. We have so many outfielders, but so few of them are any good. That's the big issue right now. I'm going to call up Jorge Santana. It starts his clock early. But he's been unreal. He's only 19 years old. It's only his first season of playing professionally, really. But he's getting the call. We've got to add him to our 40-man, which does have an open spot. And we're giving Jorge Santana the promotion. One of the top prospects in all of baseball. Jorge Santana is our number 4. But the fact that he's 19 years old and making his major league debut is absolutely out of control. And you know what? I think he's earned it. I think he deserves it. I also think it's time for Adael Amador. Welcome back to the Bigs. Adael Amador. And I think he's going to make an instant impact. Muncy, out of the lineup. Jock Peterson. I think I'm debating on sending him down. He just stinks. Like, how can these guys not hit righties? It's unreal how bad they are. I'm going to lead off Amador. I'm going to see if that creates some type of a spark. Hopefully it does. Tovar's moving way down. Maybe Amador doesn't play against lefties. I think our team is mostly pretty good against lefties. I don't really want to change too many things here. But Amador should be a nice little spark. And then what do we do in the rotation? Do we give Jorge Santana a rotation spot? John Means has been awesome for us. We really haven't seen him since we acquired him at the deadline. But the guy is an absolute machine. He strikes out almost nobody. Doesn't really allow that many runs. He's awesome. Max Meyer's been awesome. Dolander still struggling a bit, but he bounced back enough against Detroit. Struck out 9. I think Ryan Feltner maybe goes... He's got no pitching clutch. Getting absolutely destroyed lately. He's been getting destroyed. All right, Feltner out for Jorge Santana. Feltner into a long relief role. And Cordero to a middle relief role. I think that's the best thing we can do. Jorge Santana, I'm going to get a look at his MLB debut. It's going to come at San Francisco. That's a great place to make your major league debut. It's a really good pitcher's park. So, I feel pretty good about that. Of course, make some changes to get our AAA rotation back in order. Dolander got wrapped on a little bit. 3 earned run in 5 innings. It's not the worst. It's not the worst, but not great. We do manage to beat the Giants. Ruben Cordero picking up the win. And this is the MLB debut for Jorge Santana. A lot of player lock pitching lately. As Amador hitting .333. We'll take that. Doubles in each of his 2 MLB games this season. Okay. Welcome back to the Bigs. Jock Peterson is so bad. Jorge Santana, though. He is a 19-year-old making his major league debut against a fairly good Giants lineup. He's not going to strike anybody out, probably. But what Jorge Santana should be able to do is get outs, especially here in San Francisco. 74-67. The Giants are 76-65. This is a huge game. Jorge Santana is bald as hell. He's 19 years old. He's got the prison cut. All right. He's ready to go. These are, of course, his minor league numbers. He doesn't strike anybody out, but he doesn't allow base runners. He doesn't allow homers. I'm hoping for a huge major league debut. Wearing number 11. It's a strong number. He's got a high 90s fastball, too, at its best. And he can locate it, ladies and gentlemen. I think we've got a future ace. And you know what? With the repertoire, the big curveball. You know who he reminds me of? Big looping curveball. The stance on the mound, the high socks, the high 90s fastball, the power slider. He reminds me of Ubaldo Jimenez, and he's looking like him as he strikes out Tyler Fitzgerald. His first major league strikeout comes in his first major league appearance, first at bat for Tyler Fitzgerald. First batter of the game. No chance. If we have found a new Ubaldo Jimenez, we are going to be in business.
Nope.
We'll see, though. That's a big expectation because Jimenez was insane for the Rockies at his peak. Absolutely insane. Ooh.
Ball 3.
And you know what? He is bald as hell. He's Baldo. Emphasis on the bald. Full count to Jung-Hoo Lee. See what that changeup can do. Oh, we absolutely hung it. That's absolutely crushed. Off the base of the wall. It's going to be 2. Here's a throw to second. Offline. Hey, 3-2. We tried to throw a strike. Jung-Hoo Lee did not miss it. Changeup up in the zone. Don't throw that there, probably. Is going to be good advice.
1-0.
Well, hey, I'll tell you what. That takes the pressure off. Don't have to worry about a no-hitter or a perfect game in your MLB debut. Get the first hit out of the way, and then settle back in. Slider ripped past the second baseman, Owen Miller. What are you good for? I know that ball was hit hard into Triple's alley. It's going to be a double for Elliot Ramos. You got to make that play. You got to make that play. They're going to call it a double. That's an error to me.
Ball 1.
And the 19-year-old making his MLB debut will not have a complete game shutout like he did in his last start against the Iowa Cubs, I'll tell you that. But that is a pretty good first inning. Couple of hard hit balls. It's his MLB debut here on the road. Hopefully the bats can do something as we look to settle in with Jorge Santana.
1-1-1.
Ground ball at Adael Amador. Adael
Out.
throws over to first for the out. And you know, we have a ton of pitches.
Ball.
Got to utilize these. Got a really good two-seam fastball that can run in on some of these hitters.
2-0.
It's just going to be shaking off the MLB debut jitters and throwing strikes. That ball's not hit particularly well, but finds a gap for a one-out hit. This is where we can use that changeup. Maybe a two-seamer. See if we can't find a double play. We're going to get that two-seamer down, I think.
Ball, that's out.
Or we can pitch for a strikeout. I know that's not really Santana's game. At this point, that's not to say that he can't develop into that guy, but we don't really expect him to ever be a big strikeout guy. We'll see if that changes. I will say hitters are on this changeup, and that should be strike 3. Patrick Bailey is fighting. Foul ball after foul ball after foul ball. And this is what you worry about when you don't have strikeout stuff. And Santana struggles to generate strikeouts at this point in his career. Strike 3, though, right on cue. 98, blew it by him. Second K for Santana. To face James Tibbs. Good pitch for a strike. Runner out at second base. Posed. Basayo with a good throw. And it's not a bad second inning here for Jorge Santana. Good throw from Basayo. You really can't make a much better throw than that. We'll try to get some insurance for Jorge Santana at some point. As James Tibbs is back out. Swings over a changeup. I mean, this is by far their worst hitter in the lineup. Everybody else was hitting like 260.
1-1-1.
So this should be the guy we pencil in for. It's got to be an out every time.
Nope, that's a ball.
Good eye from Gerald. I mean, he leads the NL in strikeouts. So if there's ever a guy you're going to strike out, he is the one. And it was, of course, Jorge Santana's first big league strikeout. And there's a huge swing and a miss. I mean, it really sets him up for anything here. Will he swing and miss at the slider again? Gets a piece this time. That's how we got him in the first AB. But maybe we show him the big breaking ball. There's a curveball.
That's a ball.
It's a great take. Fastball. Fitzgerald just gets a piece. Yeah, a lot of player lock pitching lately. But we do also hit. Just had a ton of moments here that make sense for these pitchers. And we just can't find that pitch to put away Fitzgerald right now. Almost want to just try to get the two-seamer in on the hands. Strike 3, Fitzgerald down again. That is a nasty pitch. Great location. And we got to remember, this is a 19-year-old making his big league debut. This was our first-round pick last year. There's a fly ball to Nolan Jones to end the third. Back-to-back scoreless innings here for Jorge Santana. And again, we need to get some run support for him.
0-1.
Adames, 28 home runs. We'll try not to make it 29. Locate that slider. Ooh.
1 ball, 2
Yanked
strikes.
it. I think we can go back to it. Just need to locate it.
Ball.
It's a tight slider. It's that gyro slider that you talk about that can be effective at court. But he's not getting calls here. 19-year-old in his MLB debut. He's really going to have to work for these because this could be back-to-back Ks. Both called balls. Two-seamer in on the hands. Would have been ball 4. Adames knew it. Chased it anyway. Here's the 3-2. Slider hit fairly hard to center. Doyle should be there. And he wins the battle after what should have been strikeouts on back-to-back pitches, in my opinion. But the young buck not getting the calls. Gonna have to earn them, I guess. But this 4-seam, 2-seam combo could be insane.
Oh, that's
what a
it.
take there, Elliot Ramos. Clearly just not looking to hit. Right underneath that one. Take out number 2. I mean, Santana, I don't want to jinx anything, but is on cruise control right now. Really, really settling into this game.
Ball 1.
Jonah Bride can hit a little bit, and I think is especially good against right-handers. But we got to be careful not to throw fastballs right down the middle like that one. They could get hit a long ways. 1-2. Not a lot of chase on this curveball today. But right on cue, we get one. It's another strikeout. Bride downswing, throw over to first. That is 4 really good innings for Santana. 3 hits for the Giants, of course, with the run as well. But Santana is dueling Jordan Hicks right now. And I'll tell you, Jordan Hicks absolutely sucks. So Jorge Santana will win the battle. I know for sure.
Ball.
I know it. Bryce Eldridge has a ton of power. Got to be careful not to play into that power.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Curveball for a strike could be interesting. Did
Outside,
not
that's a
get
ball.
the call. He's really getting nothing on the edges here. And that ball smoked to the gap. Fastball down the middle. I mean, here's the problem, and I don't want to blame the umpire, but if you're getting nothing on the corners, there's only so many spots where you can get a strike. Obviously, don't want to throw it right down the middle, but
Ball.
when you're getting nothing, I mean, where can you go?
Nope.
Where can he go? Dude, I'm the manager. Let me chirp Blue behind the plate. This guy absolutely sucks. Where do you want him to throw? Like, seriously. MLB debut, Santana is getting no help.
Hey.
Chapman helped him out a bit, though.
2 balls.
I mean, he
2
is
strikes.
getting some chase. Oh, another big strikeout. Chapman down swinging. Getting strikeouts with a runner in scoring position to start the inning is critical. Hey, look at this pitch sequence. That was ball 2. Absurd. Kind of nasty. Got to work on that tunneling, but kind of nasty.
Counts 1-0.
Now, this is CB Buckner behind the plate, I can tell. Guy sucks. Oh, it's a strike that time, though. Bury that curveball. Good spot for it. Patrick Bailey battled earlier.
That's ball 2.
It's a guy you think you'd be able to get chase. You'd be able to make him chase. And we caught him on the changeup swinging. It's another strikeout for Jorge Santana, who does not strike out a lot of batters. That's 6 in his MLB debut. He has looked pretty nasty.
Yeah.
2-seamer's nasty.
All 1's the count.
That got a lot of plate. If we're going to throw that, it's got to be located better. 0-2, you had 1 to give, at least. Curveball. Off the first base bag, it looked like, but just foul. And this curveball smoked to left. Coming on, Nolan Jones makes the plays. Makes the play. Right, it's another clean inning, mostly clean inning for Jorge Santana. Still 0 run support. 77 pitches into his MLB debut. He did go 9 last time out at AAA, though. You do wonder what the leash is. Gets a pop-up. Tovar going back deep into the outfield. Make the play, though. And Jung-Hoo Lee started the damage in the first inning. That's why Jorge Santana is currently in line for the loss. He worked the count deep. He got a huge mistake. Nolan Jones should be able to make this play, though. Working towards the stands there, will make the catch. And this is fixing to be a quick inning for Jorge Santana. Slider for a strike. That's what we have to do with that pitch. It's not really a big chase pitch, but it's one that can catch the zone. A big swing and a miss there from Adames.
0-2.
Maybe we can really dial it up 0-2. Here, Adames gets a piece. Maybe raise it a little bit more. Swing and a miss. Adames goes down. It's another strikeout for Jorge Santana. He might be the Black Magic Man. That's a Carlos Santana reference. Changed up a little bit. Kind of a stretch to get there. But this has been quite the MLB debut for Jorge Santana. 4 hits, 1 earned run, is yet to walk anyone. 7 Ks. He'll get the 7th inning. 85 pitches deep into this game.
Hey!
He is cruising. We still have yet to score a run.
Hey!
Strike 3. Okay. For strike 2. Excuse me.
0-2.
For strike 3, you worry that that fastball is only at 94 now.
Ball 1.
Fatigue is starting to show a little bit. Because we really haven't seen it at 94 very much today.
Ball, that's outside.
I almost thought about it. Well, if he wants to be patient, this could be the pitch.
3-2.
Did not catch. 3-2. Give me everything you got, Jorge. Broken bat. Pop up just in foul territory. Broken bat. And we might be on a pitch-by-pitch basis here for Jorge. Empty the tank. I'll tell you, that four-seamer has a lot of run. That two-seamer looks so nasty.
No.
So
Inside.
no chase.
Hey!
Here's a big chase.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
95 pitches minimum into his MLB debut.
Ball 2.
Jorge Santana has given this team absolutely every chance to win.
Yeah, full count.
The ump is killing him. That should be strike 3, and it might be the last batter. We'll see. You see, the thing is he's not consistent. That's been a strike sometimes, and sometimes it's not. Yeah, I mean, Santana showing obvious signs of fatigue. He might not even get another batter, even with an out. Strike 3! Big chase from Bride! Oh, he helped him out a lot. It's his 8th punchy. And Santana will get Bryce Eldridge in what you'd have to expect is his final batter. 7 strong in an MLB debut would be absolutely electric. What a debut for a 19-year-old starter in a playoff push.
Hey!
We're going to miss Eldridge.
No balls, 2 strikes.
0-2. We've gotten very similar swings in that curveball all game. Empty the tank. Ground ball at Owen Miller, who screwed up earlier. That's how a run came in to score. Makes this play. 7 strong from Jorge Santana. We have just 3 hits. Jorge Santana's day is done, but Matt Vierling has tied it. We go to Sir Anthony Dominguez, and we win the game. It's another call-up. Ade Alamador, RBI double, makes it a 2-1 victory for the Rockies. Rocktober is possible. Santana is your player of the game in his MLB debut. Goes 7 strong. 4 hits, strikes out 8, and he's not even a strikeout pitcher. What a performance. It simply does not get any better than that. And he's out here in the Jays. He might be a Hall of Famer. Wearing these Jordans, the Jordan 1s, retro. Whew. Steven Strasburg, Freddie Peralta, there are names that come to mind. But I think that's one of the best debuts in MLB history. When you factor everything, and this is a 19-year-old, just struck out 8. I know he allowed a run. But that was insane. And I'll tell you what, we're going to player lock his next start against the Giants as well. Exactly what we're going to do. But we get a chance to hit. This is a pitching channel now. Yeah, we'll potentially make a decision on giving Condon a call. That's a possibility. Robert or Robert Calaz also in play. Right now, we need our relievers to come up clutch. Lucas Gilbreth trying to hold on to a 1-0 lead.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Love a double play. Pedro Pajes at the plate. Ground ball at Michael Tolia. Foul. Ground ball at Amador. Foul. And strike 3 on the splitter. Pajes goes down. And it's Charles Berry. 20-year-old. Just got called up here in September for the Cardinals. He absolutely stinks. It's got to be a free out. I mean, that's the worst slider of all time. Middle at 84. Swung right through it.
Outside, ball.
This needs to be the freest out ever because we just made a massive mistake. He has no idea what to do with the play. He's so lost. Strike 3. This guy a pitcher? A horrendous AB. And that's got to be a win. It is. Chase Dolander picks up the win. You love to see it. He goes 5 1/3, allows 7 hits, 2 walks, does strike out 5. We were out a hit by the Cardinals. He just couldn't push a run across. We need to hit better. We need a spark. And I wonder if giving Charlie Condon an opportunity, or Kalaz even, is not a bad idea. And I'll tell you what, we again have won 5 in a row. We did it at the end of August, or the middle of August here against the Dodgers, into the Diamondbacks. We have swept the Giants, by the way, who were the leader in the NL, or NL wildcard race, or maybe they were second. We are 8-2 in our last 10, which means we have a wild card spot if the season ended today. Maybe a game 163 against the Giants to determine that. Obviously, no point in speculating right now. Condon is ice cold. I just don't know how we can call him up. Mora's contact skills are so bad. And that's just not what we need right now. Kalaz is a monster. He might be the guy. We shall see. We have won again. That's 6 in a row. We lose 8-1 to the Giants. And that was Jorge Santana on the mound. I did not mean to simulate that. He got smoked. Went 3 innings, allowed 5 runs, 4 of them earned. Only strikes out 2. Feltner in relief was actually amazing. That is insane. We have 7 errors? Surely not. Michael Tolia with an error. That's insane. And finally, a chance to hit again. So the Giants got to Santana the second time they saw him, that's for sure. But this is a team that we're still beating, and we're right there. It's a battle for the NL wild card. And we're going to face the flame-throwing Camilo Doval. Come on, Doyle. Brenton Doyle, deep to left field. If it's fair, it's gone. It's foul. Brenton Doyle hitting 170 with runners in scoring position this year. He's got 93 clutch. How is that even possible? I mean, he should be doing damage here. I almost wonder if a bunt is not a bad idea. Swings through the sinker. Now the bunt, absolutely not possible. A contact swing is not the worst idea. Try to get that runner over. And that's actually just going to do it. It's a wild pitch from Doval. Runners on second and third, nobody out. We are contact swinging. We are going to do whatever we can to put this in play. That's a nasty slider when you throw 100 plus with a cutter. Way too early. They're going to intentionally walk and then pull Doval. What is this, Randy Rodriguez? It is. But for us, it's Ezekiel Tovar. He's been ice cold. But he's been such a great hitter for us this series. He's come up clutch when we need him to. It's got to be ball one. It is. Slider just off the plate. And that's a close pitch. That one was not. Fastball up and in. Rodriguez could potentially walk in the tying run. We do want to hit, though. Fastball to hit. Matt Chapman playing the hot corner, and he plays a good one. It's a ground ball double play to end the 8th. He smoked it. Just could not get it down the line. And that may end up being the game. Jonah Bride with a 3-run homer anyway. Holia homered, went 3 for 4. Miller 2 for 4 with a homer. Amador 2 for 5. Same with Matt Vierling, who doubled, but man, we had it right there. I mean, maybe 2-0, you just take that, but you got a fastball down the middle. You got to swing. We do split with the Giants. The Braves have 78 wins. They're right here. We win 2 of 3. We beat the Royals 6-0. We beat the Royals 5-0. We are 85 and 70, 2 games back from the Diamondbacks. For the wild card, we have the number 1 spot. 7 and 3 in our last 10. Luzardo for the sweep against the 69-win Royals gets it done. Our minor league teams have both not made the playoffs. But again, for the 3rd time in the last calendar month, we have won 5 in a row. Rocktober is alive. We finish out against the Padres, who are the worst team this year in the NL West. And the Cubs are good. They've won 83 games so far. And we've got a home game. We're going to see if Jorge Santana, the 19-year-old, can bounce back after a rough last start and beat the Cubs. He's once again facing a very good opposing pitcher. It's Shota Imanaga on the mound. Our lineup did not show up against the Giants. We did end up winning that game anyway. Let's go. Jorge Santana. He got roughed up last time. And I think that was his first time pitching at Coors, by the way. So, this is game 2. As you can see from the headline, Jorge Santana looking to turn around rough patch. It was just one bad start. Yanquiel Fernandez has been dialed in. Luzardo shut down the Royals. And we're averaging close to 7 runs a game our last 5. 9 homers. We're looking to win 6 in a row. As you can see, with our top prospects here, you can see Santana, number 19 MLB prospect. Our, highest ranked guys are not even at AA where they can perform. Horace Mora, Charlie Condon, just not really hitting well enough to get call-ups. But Kalaz is. Todd Daly's been roughed up lately, but see what we can do. Kalaz, though, could be getting the call-up. The difference between him and Charlie Condon and Horace Mora, he's producing. Now, what you could say is that Condon's got more power, but the OPS isn't good. 691 OPS. So, yeah, he might be hitting home runs, but he's not really even slugging. It's going to be Jorge Santana, the 19-year-old. 3rd MLB start. He's got to pitch a lot better than he did last time out against the Giants in Sim. We're back on the mound. Huge game against the Cubbies.
Nope.
Start of a series. We've got the number 1 wild card seed. If the Cubs were to sweep us, it would be disastrous. Because things could absolutely flip on their head. We got to start out strong. We need a big start from Jorge Santana. I'm hoping we can get one. I think the slider also could play really well at Coors. And on top of that, I think having an umpire that knows the strike zone to help out Santana, that's got to be strike 3. Once again, it might be the same umpire. Does not give him the swing. Jorge Santana versus the world. That seems to be the trend. 3-2. Time for that two-seamer. All 4. Triantos, great at bat, works a walk. We have not seen Santana give many free passes. Misses to Dansby, but will get the fly out.
Relay 2.
You've got to not miss those. Swanson got a pitch to hit. Hit it hard, but straight up in the air.
All 1.
Just not going to get the call there. It's a good pitch. Changeup hit really hard at Tovar. 107 off the bat, but we were looking for hard contact on the ground, and we got it. Jorge Santana gets the double play from Ryan Mountcastle. He's faced the minimum through 1. We'll see if we can actually hit against Shota Imanaga. 25 homers for Seiya Suzuki. He's starting to really find it here in the States. Hoping the same can be true of the 19-year-old Dominican, Jorge Santana.
1-1.
Had a great MLB debut. Second start, really not as good.
Ball.
And the control here at
2 balls,
Coors
1 strike.
has instantly been noticeably worse than what we saw in San Francisco. See if we can lock in and find it over the course of this game. Strike 3, Suzuki. Way out in front of the slider. Good pitch. Got to get that confidence up. Got to not throw changeups in that location. We're going to find success. That's got to be a strike. We're dotting on the corners. We're just not getting the calls.
Ball. Down.
I don't know what it is. They don't like Jorge Santana. They don't like him. Because they're not giving him anything close.
3-2.
What a take from Happ. Another 3-ball count. It's ball 4. It's the second walk issued by Jorge Santana. After 0 in his first professional start. Here's a little meatball. Moises Ballesteros. He's a catcher who can absolutely mash. Defensively, maybe not a catcher. Strike 3. Got the call. I mean, it's there. Second K for Jorge Santana. And a big second out to get.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Guys don't chase. We pursued Eugenio Suarez, right? But he chose to go to Chicago. And he chose to go to a worse team. Chases the curveball down. And we know Suarez is a guy who loves to strike out.
We got full count.
You got to make it a little bit more appealing than that. Fastball pop up. Can we make a play? Owen Miller ranging far and will make the play. We are through 2. It's not been easy this third time out for Santana. But he's getting outs. Our pitching was so good last series. And it's really been so great down the stretch. We need to keep that up. Santana, it's early, but has faced 1 over the minimum. A couple have reached, though. Base runner in each inning. No free passes this inning would be great. Bush has some power, though. Got to be careful. Got to locate. Hard hit ground ball. It's another base runner. And he's allowed some hard contact here. Real hard contact. And this is going to be a pass ball. I mean, it's off Basayo's glove. It's not a wild pitch. It's just a pass ball. Basayo stinks behind the plate. We need Jefferson Cuero to be big league ready.
Ball, 1 strike. Ball 2.
That's a runner in scoring position for no reason. Now Santana's going to have to work around it. And I'll tell you, that's how it was his first start. And probably his second start. Strike 3, Alcantara. Downswing. We need more of that. James Triantos worked a really good first at bat. Has homered 4 times in his last 5 games. Don't want to make a mistake to him right now.
Ball.
Gonna set him down on that pitch. Sick take.
Full count.
Apparently that's not a swing. And the count runs full. Jammed him. Please don't bleed. It will. 60 miles per hour off the bat. Drops in for a hit. First and third, 1 down. No help. Absolutely no help. Fastball for a strike. I mean, that's a sick pitch. 2-seamer in, Dansby. That's a great take. Slider. Oh, what a diving stop by Tolia. A run scores. More weak contact. Tolia did keep it in the infield. Couldn't turn to.
Ball, that's too high.
But thankfully it wasn't a hit.
Yeah.
Oh, silver lining. And again, Santana. Not really getting a lot of help here.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
Here's a pop-up. You make the play this time? Who will? Pat Vierling records the final out. We've been killing it lately, but we're going to need some run support. Santana's already at 55 pitches here in the top of the 5th.
Ball, inside.
Is not getting anything on the corners, really, or off the plate. Has not really had pinpoint control in this start.
Ball, that's out.
So we faced some fairly deep counts. And throwing a 2-1 heater to Seiya Suzuki feels like it could be a mistake. We get it in there for a strike. But we want to work this slider. Just have not quite located it today. This one is tailing. Needed to go foul, and it does. Would have been trouble.
3-2.
And wildly misses on the slider. Full count. Her ball struck him out. Suzuki back to the bench. 4th K for Jorge Santana. But again, it has not been easy. I would be surprised if Santana is able to pitch into the 7th inning. He might not even get the 6th. It's just the pitch count is in that bad of a spot right now. Ooh, big strikeout of Ian Happ, though. 5 for Santana. Maybe starting to find his rhythm here. Because you wonder, okay, you're talking about the pitch count. It's if this is a clean inning, things change a little bit, but they've had a runner on every inning. So there wasn't really a reason to think that it would stop. Now as Ballesteros swings at a pitch that was going to hit him. 0-2.
1 ball, 2
Nearly
strikes.
hit his back foot. I don't know what we were going for, but no swing. That curveball is just not a strikeout pitch very often for Santana.
That's ball 2.
If they ever chase, they just get a piece. Strike 3, fastball inside corner. Ballesteros down looking. That is a very, very good inning for Jorge Santana. We need some run support. We got one. It's a Yanquiel Fernandez 3-run shot, 3-1 Rockies. And Yanquiel Fernandez has been red hot lately. He might need to get moved up. He has been awesome. Not really walking very much, but hitting 267, slugging 425. Might need some more opportunities. After a great 2026 in limited ABs. Here is the 5th for Santana. Again, I said I'd be shocked if he could make it to the 7th inning. But it's becoming a possibility that maybe he can with a couple quick innings back to back here. It's a possibility.
Ball 1.
Starting to locate a little bit better. Starting to work quicker.
Ball 2.
Starting to get some chase. I don't really like where this pitch is going to end up. We got a swing and a miss on it anyway. Slider up and in. Tied Suarez up. That's 7 now for Santana. He's starting to dial it in. That's a lot of strikeouts in a row now for Santana. At least 3, if not 4.
Nope. Outside.
The Cubs starting to flounder a little bit against Jorge Santana. It's been a lot of swing and miss as well.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Starting to locate better. That's the type of thing that happens.
2-2 the count.
Sign there for Santana. Already got quite the fan
Full
base.
count.
3-2. Fly ball. That ends the strikeout streak, but should be an out as Doyle covers a lot of ground and had plenty of time. Good 3-2 pitch. 82 pitches now for Santana. That is ripped foul. 0-1. Alcantara did a homer last game.
Outside.
He's a 9-hitter, but he can pack a little bit of a punch. Former Yankees prospect. Has some really good potential. We'll see if he can unlock that.
That ball's foul.
He's down 1-2. Get the slider slightly more off the plate. Love the results. Peace. Afraid to go back to that fastball after the first swing. Changeup got hard contact. Tolia ranges over, makes the play. That is 5 strong innings for Jorge Santana. He will get the 6th. But at 87 pitches, though, there are very few scenarios where he comes out for the 7th. He's got a 3-1 lead. He's in line for his first MLB win. And he's got Triantos down 0-2.
That's a ball.
Good take. I mean, that's exactly where we want to throw that pitch.
That's ball 2.
Triantos just does not chase. Will he go down looking, though? Maybe he would have if he located it better. It's tough to know when we didn't. That got in on the hands, and that actually carries kind of a long way. That is the first out of the inning. Great spot. There's just really nothing that you can do with that pitch. Triantos got the hands in. Hit it really about as hard as he possibly could have. Only 79 off the bat, but it went a long ways.
Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, certainly looking at the last batter or two for Jorge Santana.
1 ball.
Looking to end on a good note. Here's number 97.
Nope.
Don't chase.
2 strikes. Count is 3-2.
3-2. Maybe the last batter for Santana. We're emptying the tank with this pitch. Strike 3! Swanson chases way above the strike zone. 8 Ks again for Santana for the second time in his first 3 MLB starts. Swanson climbs the ladder and falls straight off of it. Gas. from Santana, and they will let him see 100 pitches in only his third MLB start. No Strasburg rule here. Santana is out there. Strike one. Would love to see 9 punch-outs.
Ball that's outside.
That would be absolutely electric. Yeah, no shit, Santana's getting tired.
2-1.
He's over 100 pitches in his third MLB start.
Ball 3.
And Mountcastle's not
1 strike.
chasing. Fly ball hit deep to left field. Going back is Fernandez at the wall in the corner, leaping, can't make the catch. 3-2. Almost certainly the last batter for Santana. Ground ball up the middle. Base hit under the glove of Santana, and that's going to be all for him. 105 pitches. They're going to leave him out there to face Seiya Suzuki. He has struck out twice. This is a lot.
Ball 1.
Santana has lost his velo. He's facing the red-hot Seiya Suzuki.
Nope. That's inside.
This is a dangerous spot.
Nope.
He's lost the
Outside.
zone.
Ah.
3-1. Fastball hit deep to left field. I mean, that is the fault of nobody but the manager. 3-3. Suzuki ties it. What a mistake. Should have just walked him, I guess, but there goes the first MLB win for Jorge Santana, unless he can get the run support here. We do end up winning the game. Miller RBI single. Fernandez wins it. Mark Leiter Jr. picks up the win. Once again, Jorge Santana is absolutely robbed of a win. Battled in this one. Struck out 8. Overall, a great start. It's a 2-run home run on like the 108th pitch. Are you kidding me? That is absolute mismanagement. That is terrible. How you can let Jorge Santana go like 110 pitches there. I mean, it's just absolutely brain dead. As we are in a very, very tight series with this Cubs team. It's 3-3. Ezekiel Tovar at the plate, bottom 9. Porter Hodge on the mound for the Cubs. We can basically all but secure a playoff spot. The win here. Hit wins the game. Plain and simple, a hit wins the game. Tovar drives a splitter to center field. Will be caught. We're going to tag. Get there easily. Base hit absolutely wins the game here. Alcantara's got fairly good range. It's going to come down to Owen Miller, unless we make a change. Got Muncy on the bench, Stone Garrett on the bench. Going to be Owen Miller. And we thought about pinch hitting him against Arizona earlier in the season, and he came up clutch in a spot just like this. Swings through a fastball. Good timing, just missed it. 0-1. Thought I wanted yet again. Fastball in this time. Maybe a little bit late.
No balls, 2 strikes.
No problem there, but it's 0-2. Not a good spot to be in. We haven't even seen a sweeper yet. And maybe we won't. Fastball way up. The sweeper is going to be a tough pitch to handle after seeing a couple of these fastballs. And there it is, and it's driven back up the middle. Owen Miller wins it. This Rockies team might be the team of destiny. Owen Miller stayed on it. Just shot it right back up the middle. RBI, walk-off single for Owen Miller. Got the sweeper, kind of stayed in. Miller just got the bat right to it. Throw it back up the middle. And we win. Vierling and Tolia both 2 for 4 with homers. But it was Owen Miller's 2 for 4 that may have been the most impactful here late in the game to guarantee that win. Although we would not have been in that spot without the home run. So, super big to get those. We win the series against the Cubs. We're 88-71, 8-2 in our last 10. And we could potentially win the NL West. We have all but guaranteed that we are making the playoffs, by the way. No, we have. We're 3.5 games up. There is no scenario where we are not a playoff team. Rocktober is here. We have beat the Padres, and now we have officially clinched. We could potentially win the division. We beat the Padres again. If the Diamondbacks lost, we could compete to win the division. They did not. Final game of the year is a Jorge Santana start. And Padres got to him early with a run in the 3rd, a run in the 5th, 2 in the 7th, 1 in the 10th. Basayo and Tovar on 1st and 2nd. This one doesn't even matter at this point. We are a playoff team. Rocktober is coming to the channel. Playing with house money. Bottom 10, down by 1. We're playing a win. We're swinging the bat. Owen Miller. It's a pretty good piece of this thing. Deep to center field. Merrill is there. We'll tag with Basayo. And we're in there. Runner from first couldn't follow. And we'll see Adael Amador. He's 1 for 4. He was a September call-up for us, and he's actually hit pretty well. And at the top of this lineup, which is no joke. Only hitting 143 with runners in scoring position, but he's been pretty good since we called him up. Kind of been a doubles machine.
1-1.
Here's the pitch out. And if you look at Amador here, look at these numbers. On base isn't great, but he's slugging .480, 4 doubles, 4 homers in 18 games. Has struck out a little bit, but he's been a pure hitter, and it showed some real pop. Ooh, nasty splitter from Estrada. Amador has never seen anything like that. Saw it again, pulled it foul, 1-2. It's a big spot. We don't really care if we lose here, but it'd be nice to win another game. Fastball. Back-to-back splitters down. To follow it back up with 98 down is insane. Amador staying alive, though. Professional AB. Good timing on that, too. Against a really, really good closer. Padres really have nothing to play for here either. They can't make the playoffs. Just playing for pride, I guess. 2-2 to Amador. 6 splitter. Amador strikes out. It'll be Matt Vierling, who has homered today. Let's get a Max Muncy AB. Can we trust this guy to play in the playoffs? He's been so terrible. But we'll give him an AB against Estrada. Maybe he can find something. Finds 99 on the hands. Good timing, too. Just better located pitch. Swings through the slider.
One ball.
Takes it that time. I've not seen that splitter yet. We know it's a really good pitch, but obviously got to sit on the fastball. React to everything else. No chance to score there. I honestly don't even want a tie. Win it, or let's lose and go home. We're a playoff team. Muncy swings through the fastball. Good timing, but felt like it. Just miss. Just misses. That is the season. Padres can end on a high note. Tatis with a homer. Bierling and Doyle homered for us. In a good effort. We're just not getting enough hits, I think, is the big problem for us right now. Our pitching has actually been spectacular, but the lineup has been super disappointing for the most part. But we are a playoff team. We won 90 games. Rocktober is here. And we'll be rematching the Cubs in the first round of the playoffs. Wow. We played them to end the year, and they were a tough team. We won 5-4. We won 4-3. Lost 5-1 in the middle of those two. We'll face them again. All right. That'll be a fun series. Rocktober is here. We are 90-game winners. And the CPU has sent down Jorge Santana. Does he make the playoff roster? Don't know. It all says 9/27 on this. I can assure you those were not the dates. It's confused about what to do. We're going to have some tough decisions about who's pitching for us in the playoffs and who's not. But I think it's tough to not include him in the playoff roster with some of his starts. I don't know, we'll think about it. We'll have some tough decisions to make, but that is going to be the video, guys. I appreciate you watching. Rocktober is here. Got a 3-game series against the Cubs, 1-2. It'll be a fun one, but that'll do me. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.